We have had some updates on Uganda, and so the fundraising, we are absolutely blown away by how generous you guys have been. It's been absolutely amazing. We've got over £2,000 now. And if you've missed it, we're fundraising for the Uganda community around where we buy our coffee from. We went out last year and visited as well. And there's in particular, they're in lockdown and they've been having some really bad flooding going on. And over the last 2 weeks, we've been fundraising to support the work of a charity over there who works with orphan children that are either living in the community with extended family or they're living on site on their children's centre that they have, and they have like a campus where they grow coffee. It's like a social enterprise and we buy some of that coffee. So we've been raising finance because obviously due to lockdown they've been particularly pressures on food. Now one of the reasons that we've been finding out a little bit more is there's two pressures at the moment, because one is during lockdown a lot of people who live grow a lot of their food, and it is a really good area. We noticed how green it was, isn't it? It's a good area for growing food, but one of the problems they've got is that with the lockdown, it's been set, I think 2 days ago, the President said it's at least another 3 weeks again of this. They're bordering the Congo as well, so it's even more.
Yeah, they're very close, aren't they?
Yeah, it's even more. They need to be careful.
What was it when we were out there?
But what it is that the land that most people own isn't like on where they live, and so they're actually not allowed to go and farm their land because they're not allowed to leave their homes. And so a lot of the challenges with food in particular is that the families that would normally, you'd have your business of selling the crops that you're growing, but also it would feed your family quite well. They're not allowed to go and visit their own land to get their crops and farm it and all that. So the pressures on their business, obviously, but also on food. So we wanted to fund 76 children who are all orphans living with extended family to have food parcels. And so we're amazed that we're halfway towards doing that, and we would love, if you can afford to give, we would love you to give a bit more. That would be amazing. We would love to be able to give food parcels to everyone. And one of the things they were telling me as well was there's 3 families in particular. If you saw some of the flooding videos, that's been affected by flooding, and so they're wanting to help them a little bit more as well with some of the tools to get their land back growing food again. So whether that's seeds, tools, anything they need to be able to kind of recover from the floods as it dries out. The good news is the flood seems to have stopped now. But the weird bit is
blown over here, hasn't it? No.
What's quite weird though is that while it's been flooding, it came from the high ground, but actually they've been in drought in the area of the Not Deck site and that community where we're buying our coffee, and that they're actually in a drought season and they really could do with rain as well. So we're praying that they get some rain the next couple of weeks. I think the coffee is quite substantial, that will do quite well, but a lot of the food, the maize and lots of other crops that they need would die out without rain. So we're really praying they get some rain soon as well. So that's one of the challenges. But it's weird where they've had flooding, but then that's stopped, but actually they're still in a drought because the land's so hard. So that's some updates. We've got a couple more I'll tell you about another time. But it's lovely to hear how vital this is. And they were saying that because they were giving some food parcels in the early days as well, how grateful these guys are, because a lot of the families they're supporting were down to about 1 meal a day. So getting these food parcels makes a world of difference. So thank you so much for giving. We're going to we'll hopefully get some more pictures in today, which we're going to post. And if you can, we'll put a link on this post afterwards. So if you can give anything, even just, we're thinking the price of a cup of coffee, like £3 or something, will make such a difference. If everyone that we are in touch with through our emails, through social media, could give £3, just £3, we would smash the target. So thank you so much.